Hello lovelies, my name's Feta and welcome to Fable Academy, where adventurers old and new can learn from the best, but usually the worst. Well, here we are, my first full-length video, and it's a fun little glory story from someone in my own Discord server to boot. Unrestrained as I now am from the 3-minute limit of a YouTube short, I get to take my time, slow down, and just enjoy the story. But as I said to my teacher when I tried casting Firebolt for the first time, I don't know how this'll go, so big smiles, let's jump right in and hope for the best. You know, throughout my journey so far, I've seen some of the worst things I could have ever imagined about the worst kinds of people to play these games. I mean, wow. I've noped out of reading more stories than I care to admit as soon as I realize something these people do isn't shorts friendly and just isn't appropriate for the doom-scrolling masses. The algorithm says I gotta save all that juicy stuff for real videos like this one. But every now and then we all need a nice reminder that these games are intended to be, and should be, fun and exciting and just a little bit crazy. With that in mind, here's our story from Sarvotor. Paladin convinces Hobgoblin to switch sides, ends up saving player characters from unintended TPK. Spoiler alert for Lost Minds of Phandelver, this is your only warning. Okay, so I was DMing at the time in a tiny bookstore that loved having a D&D league in it, as it brought in a lot of customers. This wasn't the first time I was a DM, but it was the first time I ever had a bunch of players try this. So I was running the Lost Minds of Phandelver questline with homebrew elements to help the group as it was their first time playing D&D. Simple, easy campaign. Now, the thing about this was that at the very beginning of the campaign, the party is on the way to a cave to stop the first mini-boss. The mini-boss, which is a bugbear that will send them on their way towards Phandelver. No big deal, right? Except the knight and the wizard try to distract the hobgoblin leader of a small band of 3 younger goblins working for the bugbear by talking to him as the rogue searches for treasures and info. Me, DM. Okay, you have the hobgoblin's attention, what do? Wizard. I convince the hobgoblin that names are what give most races power. Me, DM. Okay, roll for persuasion success on 12+. Wizard. 17. Names hold power and grant their bearers recognition. Join us and we shall name you and your brothers. Hobgoblin. Yes, we need names. Grubs die by big hand. Okay, quick tangent here, I just gotta say, I love this exact plot point so much, about names having power. Story within a story, when I was but a young, pathetic, dum-dum goat baby, I was a fan of a book series called Skullduggery Pleasant. And I mean, I was a big fan of these books, like the same way most people my age were obsessed over Homestuck at the time. I had a group of fandom friends, I wrote fanfics, I got red streaks in my hair, I started my goth phase that never really ended, I even had a cringy in-character identity that's still one of my spare email addresses today for some reason. Anyway, these books actually do have it, so people's names are what give a person power over them, so people need to take their own names to protect themselves from being controlled by their given or true names. That plot point is such a core memory for me that I have to smile whenever I see it used anywhere else. Wizard might have just been bullshitting this goblin, but I still had to take a minute to giggle about it. And yes, before anyone accuses me of being a thicky dum-dum, I know that the power of names and true names is also a thing in Dungeons & Dragons, and there's a bunch of spells that use it, but this is my channel, and this is my hyper-specific esoteric niche interest that scratches my brain just right. So if I want to talk about the special magic book series Bone Man for a minute and a half in my video, I'm gonna do it. Okay, cool, glad we could agree on that. Anyway, back to the story. Knight. Your name shall be Clayton Carmine! Me, DM, realizes where this is going. The party proceeds to name all of the goblins. Anthony, Benjamin, Elizabeth, and Clayton Carmine. The players named the NPCs after the Gears of War family of Carmines. Oh my god. The campaign continues as normal until the party is at an old castle ruin where the green dragon Venomfang is. The dragon is flanked by a few goblin archers, a bugbear, and some orcs, while the Carmines are outside mopping up, the party hard-leveled by doing every little thing in Phandelver, including homebrew quests. The wizard flubs his fireball roll, winds up blasting his entire party to critical low health. Venomfang seizes his opportunity and is about to Dragon's Breath the party. The Paladin, as a last resort, prays to his god for a miracle to save them. Rolls a natural fucking 20. Cue door to the room exploding. In runs Clayton Carmine, charging at Venomfang like a madman on speed and PCP. He's gained enough XP mopping up to become a berserker and learn the rage ability. He leaps up into the air and at the last minute grabs the lower jaw and top of the mouth where the nose is on Venomfang. Clayton then bear hugs the dragon's mouth closed. The dragon already started breathing fire, so with nowhere to go, the flames built up inside his throat and exploded, decapitating the dragon with its own fire, saving the party and saving the day. The party immediately checks on the others, and surprisingly, all the Carmines survived their respective encounters. The Carmine family fully believe in the fact that their names gave them the abilities they learned, each becoming a different player character class, and form their own party. Clayton is still celebrated by the group to this day, and everyone even has played the characters in separate campaigns to flesh out the origins of this spunky goblin family. Yes! Ah, I love this story so much. Like, not only is it awesome and hilarious and just kinda ridiculously epic and just the right kind of cheesy, but it also works so well from a narrative standpoint. Like, okay, we've all seen, heard, or experienced a story where the DM comes in and steals an epic kill from their players through some forceful intervention, usually a Deus Ex Machina or a DM PC that's basically D&D Jesus. Or should I say, RP Jesus? But it's never satisfying to feel like the party has just come all this way to fight an epic enemy, only for the DM to come in and Thanos snap them out of existence like the players weren't even playing. But this story outlines the right way for a DM to save the party, in a very satisfying way that kind of does bring the player's actions into consideration, without relying on a DM PC that's just there to win for them. The party did try to fight Venomfang and leveled up to do so, and to my knowledge, Venomfang isn't usually an obligate antagonist or a mandatory combat encounter, so this came about as part of the way their campaign took them. The party's efforts to fight Venomfang did not go well. The rolls were flubbed, their luck was not good, but the effort was made. The Paladin had to act by praying for a miracle for survival. They rolled, they got that natural fucking 20, and the DM delivered, with a payoff to what the characters have been investing in the whole campaign. The Carmines in general feel like a part of the story that the players have been investing in, especially since they're typically an enemy encounter, and there's clearly a realistic amount of development for them in cleaning up that makes them formidable enough for Clayton to come in and finish the job. If anything was gonna happen when they roll a natural 20 on the back foot, oh, this is just very satisfying. Ah, man, I'm gonna burst at the seams here. Now I just kind of want a whole series following along this family of goblins and hobgoblins, living it up as tried and true adventurers and becoming their own legends. But that's just my thoughts on this. Thanks again to Salvatore for the story, and thanks to you for listening. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again soon for our next lesson in Fable Academy.